Good afternoon. Since we talked last, well, I fed the starter again 2 days after the last video, so 48 hours more or less. It's been hanging out in the fridge. It's been doing cool. You know, I basically did exactly the same thing. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Watch the starter video. I did exactly the same thing. Excuse me, except without the yeast. So here's what it looks like. You can see it's super happy, bubbly. Smells really good. Smells like a beer. Oh yeah, there's beer in there. I didn't actually add any beer this time, so just water and flour, blah blah blah. But I think the beer helped the first time, honestly. So I got all my stuff here. I had to do math to get a smaller loaf because the recipe I had for one thing was in grams and it was for like a whole bunch of bread, so I had to do a whole bunch of math. I've gotten it down to a 30-ounce loaf, which is going to be too big for my little crock pot. I already know that. So I might have to do one in the crock pot and then just like one in a skillet and see how that works out. I'll throw everything in the oven, get it all nice and hot. So we'll see. So normally when I was doing sourdough like commercially and I had a mixer, like a stand mixer, if you guys have a KitchenAid, what you want to do is get your flour and your water into the stand mixer and beat it for like, on medium for, I don't know, 5 minutes. And that's called autolyse, and then you let it sit. And so what autolyse does is it allows the proteins that are just in the flour itself build strength. I don't have a stand mixer, so I have to do this all by hand. And if you're doing it by hand as well, so we're just going to put all of the ingredients, the 2 flours, the water, salt, yeast, and leaven, all together, and then we're just going to knead it from there, and knead it, and knead it, and knead it, and knead it. So I've already got my 13.5 ounces of the kind of white flour, whatever the fuck this is, but I like it. I've got 1.5 ounces of whole wheat flour, getting low on that. This doesn't get any rye in it because there's rye in the starter. I've got some salt, I've got some water, which I want to have at just about that's about 86 degrees. So if you don't have a thermometer, it's going to just feel like warm. It'll just be like warm water. Temperature, if you're doing it commercially, is kind of important, but then so is humidity and then a whole bunch of other things as well. But we're doing it at home. It's only about 60 something degrees in here, so it's a little chilly. So I want to bake some bread today. So that's why I want some warm water. So we're not going to refrigerate this after we're done kneading it. All right, so we have our 13.5 ounces of white flour, our 1.5 ounces of whole wheat. We're going to go 10 to 11 ounces of warm water. So that would be 14 plus 10. Gotta hit the scale. That's 24, so that is right there. So, oh yeah, this is going to be a big loaf. 14. It's really hard to see the scale too. It's half, so that's 8 ounces, so it needs to be right there. Okay. All right. Okay, look at that. My little bowl is getting awfully full. I wish I had a bigger bowl, but I don't. So I'm just going to have to make do. It's going to be a little messy here coming up real soon. So what do I have here? We have 1/3 of an ounce of salt. Okay, that's going to be impossible for me to fucking see. So 1/3 of an ounce, that's about a teaspoon. So I'm going to say that's about a teaspoon right there. Okay, do need a little yeast. And that is, God, 3/10 of an ounce. What the fuck is that? 3/10 of an ounce? I don't know. That's way too much. Well, it doesn't weigh very much. Yeah, see, this is why you need a digital scale. I'm just like fucking guessing here. It's like 3/10 of an ounce. Like, what does that look like? Does it look like that? Sure, why not? There we go. So we got our salt, we got our water, we got our yeast, 2 flours. Let's see, what does it say here? 4.5 ounces of the leaven. So that will bring us to, oh, it sucks getting old. I can't see anything. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. Okay, right there. Now this is hard. Okay, let's see if it pours. Oh, it does. Look at that. Okay. So I used a little bit less than half. All right. So here we are. All of our ingredients are in this little teeny weeny bowl that is just going to be such a bitch to try to mix up. But I'm going to do it anyway. So there's our leaven. Let's get all this stuff out of here because it's going to get messy real soon, y'all. And obviously I sort of want to keep everything close by because I might need to add or, you know, a little more water or something. Let me get some device to mix this with. This will work. So yeah, because this container, if I had like a big old bowl, I'd just get my hands in there and get this all mixed up. I am going to knead it. We're going to see where we're at, you know, just what it looks like. If I'm not mistaken, this recipe, if you care about such things, is about somewhere between 65 and 68% hydration. What does that mean? It means it's a pretty wet loaf of, it's going to be a pretty wet loaf. Yeah, I remember when I was doing this for a living, it was a little bit of a beast to get shaped, because it actually is a pretty wet dough. But I can see it's coming together. Yeah, you can see that too, good. I'm an amazing videographer as well. Wow. All right, it's pretty much time to get our hands in there, I'm guessing. Pretty good. Yeah, this is looking right about where I want it. There's still a little flour on the bottom. That's fine. We're gonna get this incorporated. And we're gonna knead this and knead this and knead this and knead this. And then we're gonna shape it, just like we did last time with the Desem. Same exact thing, you make the little envelope-y looking thing and you fold it over and you get it all tucked in. I'll give you another demonstration, even though I'm gonna have to keep kneading it after I turn the camera off. But it's just like last time. I'll show you where we're going here. So probably get a little flour on the table just to help. Yeah, that's pretty wet, but it feels good. It's nice and warm too. Nice. Yeah, that is a very loose dough. Okay. So, yep, I need some more flour. I'm just gonna put a little pile over here. Okay. Yeah, it's very, very loose. And that might have to do with the fact that this is kind of a wheat flour instead of just a white flour. Could be a number of things. Could be I measured wrong, you know? It's a possibility. I can barely see that fucking scale. Yeah. Once I get through the holidays, I'm gonna buy myself a digital scale. They're not very much. I just really just don't have the extra cash right now. All right. So yeah, it's coming together here. So remember, I'm gonna show you how to shape it one more time, but then I'm gonna knead it for a while, at least 5 or 6, 7 minutes. I'll know, but pretend it's all kneaded again. We're gonna flatten it out, pull that over the top, and give it a little stretch. Pull that guy over, pull that guy over, and then get these corners as best you can. See, it's not even really cooperating because it doesn't want to be shaped yet, But anyway, assuming it was completely kneaded the way it will be. So then we just use, again, the tension of the table to build tension over the top. And, you know, like I said, this should be kneaded for at least 5 minutes. If not, if you can go 10, that's even better. I'll probably try to go that long. Then you shape it. Then again, it goes upside down into your floured bowl. Or if you have a proofing basket, blah, 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 blah. And then I'm gonna say probably an hour. It's a little chilly in here. Hour, maybe 2 hours. I'm gonna try to find a warm spot for it. It's gonna be nice and what's the word? Rised, puffy. Yeah, something. Use your words, Carrie. I actually just had brunch and I had a margarita. Not a margarita. What the fuck? I had a fucking. Oh, God. I had a Bloody Mary. Okay. A big one. Yeah, I just had brunch with Robert and Jenna down at the golf course, and that was very nice. But yeah, 16-ounce freaking Bloody Mary is what's going on here. So anyway, do all of those things. Yeah, I'm just going to keep kneading, and then I'll come back.
Bye.